Ay nako, eto na. Alam mo, let's not prolong no, yung ating mga shoutout kasi mas importante ngayon ang ating ipapakilala, Inang.
Oo nga. At nako, alam mo ba, first ever na maririnig natin ito sa kanya. Nagulat ako. Sabi ko, nako, ito ang magpipresent. Kailangan lahat ng mga kasamahan natin itag nyo na. Kasi this is it for the very first time.
Eto na nga. So, let me do the honors to introduce our guest. She's Miss Jennifer de la Cruz, and she's the Senior Assistant Vice President, Head of Branch Activation Expansion, and Brand Product Head for HRB RFOs. And she recently joined Filinvest this year, directly reporting to Mr. Tristan de las Marias. Andiyan na po siya. Nako, palakpakan naman natin si Miss Jenny. Pero let me continue my introduction, no? About her. And she brings with her more than 18 years of experience in the industry, having grown from marketing staff to becoming the general operations manager with Vistaland. And her expertise is in leading successful teams, product innovation, product development, and process improvement. She graduated BS in Computer Studies, cum laude, take note, Inang, from the University of Perpetual Health Systems in Calamba City, Laguna. So please join me in giving a big round of applause, no? And welcoming Miss Jennifer de la Cruz as speaker for our today's event.
Thank you, Miss Janet and Miss Marita. It's so nice meeting you here in our event, diba? That's what we call our event now, online event. So, magandang hapon. Hi, and of course to all FISG group, thank you for having me this afternoon. I am pleased to be part of this event wherein all of our friends from all over the world are watching right now. So let me greet you first. Good morning to our friends from the US and Canada. Buongiorno to our friends in Italy. Buenos dias to our friends in Spain. Konnichiwa to our friends in Japan. Assalamualaikum to our friends in UAE, KSA, Qatar, and Kuwait. Good afternoon to our friends from Asia at magandang hapon po mula dito sa Pilipinas. Ayan.
Hindi masyadong naghanda. Talagang international din ang kanyang greetings.
Kaya nga, alam mo, sobrang exciting tong event na to. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, focus lang, no? Wala muna pong mga multitasking dyan kasi this is the first time ever na marinig natin si Jen. Take the opportunity. Once in a lifetime to. Kaya nga, sa mga hindi pa natatag ang friends, keep on tagging, pwede pang humabol. Without further ado na, let's give the floor to our e-event kay Miss Jen.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Marita and Miss Janet. All right. May I share my screen? Okay. My presentation is entitled Going with the Growth Momentum. So, again, magandang hapon po mula dito sa Pilipinas. And now, let me start with my presentation. Can we go back first to the previous slide, please? Ayan. The Philippine economy is starting to open up, resulting in more businesses now operating at full capacity and employees working on site. So property experts are optimistic that the government projected economic rebound, continued inflow of remittances from Filipinos working abroad, and accelerated easing of mobility restrictions will further raise business and consumer confidence in the country. Colliers, as one of the leading research company in the Philippines, sees tremendous opportunities for the property market for the remainder of the year, which should positively influence the residential segment. So in the next slides, allow me to excite you with the good news in terms of economic status of our country and how will this affect property market. Next slide, please. All right. Good news number 1. So Q1 growth beats expectations. In Q1 2022, the country's economy grew by 8.3%, higher than the 3.8% contraction recorded in Q1 last year as the country further eased mobility restriction. So, This makes the Philippines the fastest growing economy in the East Asian region during the period. Colliers believes that this level of economic output sets the stage for accelerated GDP growth beyond 2022. As you can see in our graph on your right, tayo po sa neighboring countries ang may pinakamagandang GDP growth. And the common denominator of the graph is lahat po ay pataas ang ekonomiya. Hindi lang naman Pilipinas. All of our neighboring countries, pataas ang ekonomiya. For the benefit of all, GDP gauges the health of the economy. Siya po ang nagdidikta ano ba talaga ang lagay ng ekonomiya sa ating bansa. So in this case, we are at our best during this pandemic. Okay, next slide please. Okay, good news number 2. OFW remittances provide optimism. So data from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or the Central Bank's Q1 2022 Business Expectation Survey showed that business outlook in Metro Manila improved to 35.7% from 20.1% last year, same quarter. Meanwhile, data from the Central Bank show that cash remittances reached $2.7 billion in January 2021. Noong January pa lang po, $2.7 billion na ang naitala ng Bangko Sentral. No? That's a 2.5 increase year-on-year. So this is about 32 billion remittances. Bukod pa dyan yung mga hindi po nadaan sa bank remittance transaction, like yung mga pinapadala ng mga, alam mo na, yung mga kasama natin. Halimbawa, there are relatives or friends na uuwi papuntang Pilipinas, 'di ba? Normally nakikisuyo, padala muna ng makikipadala ng pera for the relatives in the Philippines. So hindi pa po kasama sa bilang ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas yung remittances na naitala this January. So meaning marami talagang perang napapadalang OFW dito sa Pilipinas. So as per research, this year, the intent to purchase properties of OFW increases to 5.2% coming from 4.8% last year. Ibig sabihin po, mas mataas ang kanilang intention to put their savings to investing into properties this year. So, hanapin natin ang mga matatalinong OFW na ang savings ay mapupunta no, sa property investments. Next slide, please. Okay, good news number 3. So, number 3 na tayo. No, nakakatuwa dahil talagang aside from the decreasing number of COVID cases, talagang outpouring ang good news natin sa Pilipinas. So, good news number 3, leasing to pick up this year, no? In view of the experts, the recovery in the residential leasing market will be driven by local employees starting to work on site and the gradual return of expatriates. Residential demand should also be supported by an increase in office leasing and an improvement in general business confidence. So, optimism in the market abounds, especially with more economic sectors opening up. We now see more businesses encouraging their employees to return on site. Most of the companies na alam ko po ay 100% na bumalik sa kanilang mga opisina at trabaho. And dahil bumabalik na lahat sa trabaho, traffic is getting heavier and heavier. Of course, they don't want to spend their whole time to get stuck in traffic, right? So it is high time to get a halfway home. So aside from the employees going back, another good news is those students who will do their face-to-face this coming academic year. So those university condos are in the hot lists once again. So mamaya, makikita natin ano ba yung mga perfect locations no para sa mga nagtatrabaho na bumalik na sa opisina at saka yung mga investments na pwede para dun sa mga estudyanteng babalik na this coming academic year. So next slide. Another good news, number 4, please. Okay, price increase. So meanwhile, we saw price starting to recover increasing by 1.2% quarter on quarter. We forecast rents and prices to increase by 1.5% and 2.5% respectively by end of the year from Colliers Philippines. So ibig sabihin po, alam nyo, this may sound cliche pero the best time to invest is really now. As projected, kung gusto nyong kumita this year ng 1.2% to 2.7% na hindi naman natin normally kinikita sa bangko pag naglagay tayo ng savings, di ba po? So, this is the best time to invest and invest your money to properties. Okay, and good news number 5. Can we have it? Ayan. Good news number 5 is that FLI HRB RFOs got you covered. So as you can see, we are offering 2 sets of projects. For city or CBD living, we have Vinia located in North EDSA and Linear located in Makati. These projects are perfect for employees who go back to work on site already. Okay? Kasi ang dami na nagtatrabaho na bumalik. So marami na rin sa Makati and sa Quezon City. Alam naman natin na those 2 areas are the CBD areas in the Metro Manila. So meron tayo dyang project, no? Vinia located in North EDSA and Linear in Makati. They might need a condo near their workplace para makaiwas sa traffic. Di ba? Ayaw naman nating ma-stuck tayo sa traffic at masayang oras natin. So let's offer them a halfway home. And we have also university condos, Studio A, which is in Katipunan, just right across Ateneo and UP, and Studio Zen in Taft, which is near Lasal. Again, the perfect time to invest is now since the coming school year, face-to-face na po ulit ang mga estudyante. This is an excellent way to earn your additional income via rental. So what are the common denominator of all HRB projects that I've mentioned, no? Lahat sila ay RFO or ready for occupancy developments. So let us discuss ano ba ang advantages ng mga RFOs or ready for occupancy. So next slide please. Okay, the number one advantage is immediate ownership. So with RFOs, you don't need to wait for months or even years to occupy the unit. As long as the necessary papers are signed and you have already paid, you can move in as soon as possible. Ibig sabihin, magagamit na agad ang unit or you will be able to have it rented immediately. So another advantage, number 2, is ready for inspection and available na ang mga amenities. So with RFOs, you are 100% guaranteed that what you see is what you get since you can readily experience the actual unit. You will know right away if the interior of the unit meets your aesthetic and practical needs. If it doesn't, you can just look for a better unit. Next slide, please. Okay, advantage number 3, ready-made investment. So if you want to start earning through Airbnb and other short-term stay websites, an RFO is the perfect unit for you. Once you purchase the unit, all you need to do is furnish and advertise and get ready to cater to tourists, students, employees, and staycationers all year round. And advantage number 4, discounted rates. Okay? Don't assume that only pre-selling units can be purchased at a low price. Marami pong RFO sellers actually offer condos with various discounts. So again, the best time to invest is now and the perfect investment is RFOs. So allow me to walk you through to your perfect investments. Next slide, please. There. Studio A in Katipunan, just right across Ateneo and the UP. It has an open for sale inventory of 380 million. The possible commission that you can get out of the open inventories is 19 million. So we have a promo of 10% in 30 months and then 90% bank financing. And ito yung sinasabi ng Lamudi, no? Na kapag RFO, marami ring discount. So, ito na po yun with 5% TLP discount once you reserve a unit in Studio A. in Katipunan. And as early as 2.5%, pwede na pong makamove in ang kliyente as long as meron siyang LOG. So this is about 4 to 5 months. Mapupunta na sa kanyang unit and the clients can have it rented it immediately. So kikita na agad, di ba? Kasi nga RFO, nandyan na, ready na. Next project, Studio Zen. In Taft, near LaSalle. So the first two projects that I've mentioned are both university condos. So pag sinabi pong university condos ng FLI, Studio A at saka Studio Zen. So madali lang tandaan, A at saka Zen. A to Z. Diba? So the open for sale inventory is 121 million and the possible commission that you can get from it is 6.1 million. So ito po is few units remaining kasi talagang mabenta po ang Studio Zen. Kayo yata, ang FISG yata ang nakabenta at nakasold out ng Studio Zen no? So, we have a promo. It has a 10% TLP discount. So, 10% TLP discount once you reserve Studio Zen in Taft, 10% in 24 months, 90% bank financing, and you can move in as early as 2.5%. And this is the great news, no? More than this one, the 10% TLP discount. Ito na po, parking. So sa lahat po ng mga kliyente na nabentahan nyo in Studio Zen, inform them that the parking is now available and can be paid in 10 years without interest. So that's a huge deal. Good finds na po ito, no? So this is a limited offer. Limited offer by HRB RFO. So parking again can be paid up to 10 years without interest. So call in all your clients now who purchase Studio Zen and avail our parking promo. Next slide, please. Vinia. So, ito namang next two projects na babanggitin ko, these are the projects that can be located in CBDs na pwede nating offer sa mga employees na nagtatrabaho sa near the area. So, Vinia is located in Quezon City, North EDSA Quezon City, right across Trinoma. It has an open for sale inventory of 64 million and the possible commission that you can get from it is 3.2 million. So it has a 10% TLP discount as well. You can move in as early as 2.5%. Pwede na pong pagkakitaan. You can have it rented out immediately. And again, the parking promo is being offered to Vinia 10 years without interest. Next. And the famous Linear in Makati, which is an excellent location. No, so the open for sale inventory is 94 million, and the possible commission that you can get from it is 4.7 million. So it has a 5% TLP discount, 2.5% early move in, and also we are offering here the parking promo of 10 years without interest. All of these projects that I've mentioned, the 4 projects that I've mentioned, the initial investment lang is 20,000 pesos for you to be able to have a perfect investment either for employees or for students, no? Or pwede rin namang tirahan ng kliyente, pwede ring end use, hindi lang investment. So to further discuss the project feature of HRB RFO this afternoon, let me introduce you to my project development manager, Miss Ria Hular.
Good morning. Ayan.
Hey, Ria.
Hope you can hear me. Good morning. Okay.
Yes. Ria, take the floor and let them excite them of the Studio A in Katipunan.
Okay, good morning again. My name is Ria Holar, Project Development Manager of Metro Manila HRB project. So Ms. Jen already gave a brief background of the 4 projects. So that's the CBD condos, which is the Linear, located at Makati, and Viña at North EDSA. And of course, the A to Z University condo. So ngayon ko lang siya narinig. Pero 'di ba, madali siyang tandaan. So Studio Sen, located at Taft Avenue, Pasay City. And right now we're going to focus on Studio A, which is located in Katipunan, Quezon City. So, ma'am, can you share the slide, please? Ayan. This is the Studio Sen. So, Studio Sen Katipunan. Next slide, please. We came up with a tagline, Start Your Road to Success. So basically, Studio A is a vertical residential community that offers security, accessibility, and first-class design and quality. So it is both a witness to you, every milestone, be it personal, related to your family, career, or academic life. So as we go on to the presentation, you will know more about Studio A. Next slide, please. So start your road to success. So these are the value proposition of Studio A. So we have excels in convenience and accessibility and situated near universities and transportation hubs. So basically, this is the location of the project. So another, we have 2 floors of amenities and great avenue for investors. So what are these all about? Next slide, please. So for the reasons to believe, Studio A is located at Saverville Avenue, corner Esteban Abade Street, Loyola Heights, Quezon City. So it is right across the Ateneo de Manila University. Walking distance lang siya sa Ateneo de Manila. Then of course, near siya sa University of the Philippines, Diliman. And right beside Ateneo is the Miriam College. So like yung sinabi ni Miss Jen kanina, please grab the opportunity kasi nagbabalikan na po yung mga estudyante natin. Actually, nag-start na po sila ng face-to-face. And this is the perfect time na i-offer natin to sa kanila because one of the target market ng Studio A is our investors and students and parents. So of course, yung mga outside Metro Manila, naghahanap yan ng safe place, yung maganda na place, and of course, malapit lang sa school na papasukan nila. Another is for the location, Studio A is walking distance at Katipunan Jeepney Terminal and LRT to Katipunan. So if your client or yung unit owner is working Makati, so mabilis lang actually, hindi siya malayo. So maglalakad lang siya going to LRT to Katipunan, mag-LRT siya, then transfer to MRT, then baba lang siya sa Ayala. So nasa Makati na po siya. Malapit lang siya sa Central Business District. So next slide, please. So we have the location. Now we go to the amenities. So immerse in the relaxing ambience and experience a top-class lifestyle of Studio A. So for the amenities, we have the fitness center and dance yoga studio. We also have swimming pool. We also have indoor and outdoor study hall and multi-purpose hall. Next slide, please. So now we go to the project overview or the deeper information ng project. Next slide, please. So for the physical makeup, Studio A is a 34 stories building with 20 more or less residential units per floor, a total of 8 commercial units and 108 parking slots. So at the ground floor, nandun yung commercial units natin and social hub. So yung social hub, we call it social hub later on, makikita nyo, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung bakit natin tinawag na social hub yung reception lobby natin. Then at the second floor to 6th floor is podium parking. So pure parking, podium parking or parking floors lang po siya. Then at the 7th floor, na doon yung main amenities natin and some of the residential units. Then at the 8th to 35th floor, ang residential floors. Then of course, the roof deck, another amenity area. So next slide, please. So this is the commercial street. Though this is an artist illustration, but as you can see on the next slide, yan na yung ano natin. So operational na po yung mga commercial establishment natin. Then nagbabalikan na po sila after pandemic, marami na pong nagtatayo ulit ng mga nag-ooperate na po ulit ang mga commercial units natin. So lakad lang po kayo. Another, next slide. We have the ground floor entrance. Ayan. So sa next slide, ito po yung actual photos ng ground floor entrance natin. So pasok tayo. Let me tour you using this presentation sa site. Ayan, since marami po sa atin dito, since this is an international group, so para ma-imagine nyo, itutour ko po kayo using this presentation. So this is the ground floor layout. As you can see, yung number 1, nandun yung main entry kanina, yung pinakita kong picture. Pagpasok nyo is the social hub. Then, we have 3 high-speed elevators. Then we have meeting room, audio-visual room, and mail room. So on the next slide, nandun yung actual photos ng social hub natin. Ayan, yung reception lobby. That's why we call it social hub. So, ganyan siya kalaki and ganyan siya ka-grande. So, another picture, another photos. Yan. Then forward tayo ng konti. Nandun yung reception lobby. And pagtingin nyo sa kaliwa, yung 3 high-speed elevators natin. So, sakay tayo sa elevator. Punta tayo sa podium parking. Ito yung 2nd to 6th floor podium parking natin. Floor layout, typical floor layout. So, puro parking slot lang siya. At the 3rd floor, nandun yung property management office natin. So, if your client has an concern with the units or asok-juice niya, so they can visit naman yung property management office at the 3rd floor or they can call them. So, on the next slide, nandun yung actual photos ng podium parking natin. So, kung mapapansin nyo sa ibang buildings kasi they have to access pa, parang kailangan pa nilang bumaba sa ground floor para lang ma-access nila yung unit nila. Pero with Studio A, they can directly access na po yung unit pagka-park nila sa parking slot nila. Ayan. Then, we go to the 7th floor. Galing tayo sa podium parking, punta tayo sa 7th floor, akyat tayo where the main amenities are located and some of the residential units. So as you can see, yung building natin is pahaba. So yung number 1, nandun yung elevator. So pagbaba nyo ng elevator, ang bubungad sa inyo yung residential units natin. So lakad lang kayo ng konti sa kanan, may door doon. Pagpasok nyo, nandun yung main amenities natin. So we have fitness center. We also have sun deck, swimming pool, submerged deck, and shower rooms. So on the next slide, andun yung actual photos natin. Yan yung fitness center. Then, swimming pool, and another view ng swimming pool. Yan. Now, we go to the residential units. So, ano yan? Located at the 8th floor to 35th floor. So, on the next slide, nandun yung typical hallway natin. So, pag nag-visit kayo sa site, yan yung actual photos niya. Then, on the next slide, yung floor layout. Typical floor layout. As you can see, yung nasa taas po, yung medyo smaller unit, yung facing east or facing Ateneo de Manila, yan po yung mga studio type unit. Then yung nasa baba, yung mga 1BR facing west or facing Saverville Avenue. And yung nasa corner, 2BR. Yan. Kada floor, isang 2BR lang po siya. And on the next slide, since nasa residential floors tayo, ito yung mga product type na ina-offer natin. So we have a studio type unit with an area of 21 square meter, average area of 21 square meters. Then we also have 1BR with an area of 26 square meters, more or less. Then we also have 2BR with an area of 46 square meters. For the average price, yung studio type unit natin, with an average price or total contract price of 4.10 million. Then for the 1BR, we have an average price of 5.10 million. And of course, for the 2BR, we have an average total contract price of 7.2 million. So on the next slide, ayan yung actual turnover units natin. So ang maganda lang sa RFO, sinabi nga ni Miss Jen, pag pumunta tayo sa site, pag pinakita natin yung units, yun na po mismo yung ito-turnover natin kay client. So madali na po siyang ma-turnover. At the same time, madali rin po natin makukuha yung commission natin for the RFO projects. Ayan. Ayan. Then just to give you an idea lang, may mga nagtatanong kung meron pa tayong model unit sa site. Wala pa po tayong model unit or wala na po tayong model units kasi medyo konti na lang po yung inventories natin. Though this is an artist illustration, pero pwede po natin ipagaya. Just an idea if your client wanted to have their units interior designed. So yan, idea po for studio type model unit. And for the next slide, 1BR model unit naman. So galing na tayo sa residential floors, akyat tayo sa pinakataas, sa roof deck. So this is the layout ng roof deck natin. Again, nasa gitna po yung elevator. So paglabas nyo, yung paglingon nyo sa kanan, nandun yung indoor study lounge natin. Then of course sa kaliwa, dadaan lang po kayo, may hallway dyan papunta sa likod, nandun yung multi-purpose hall natin sa likod. And of course, paglabas po ng indoor study lounge, yung outdoor study lounge natin. So on the next slide, andun yung actual photos. Ayan. Ayan yung indoor study lounge natin. Then yung sa likod, yung multi-purpose room. And of course, paglabas nyo ng indoor study lounge, yung outdoor study lounge natin. So that's it for Studio A. Happy selling and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ria.
Yes,
That's
thank
it.
you, Miss Ria.
Yes.
Thank you. Nako, grabe na. Nag-start sa good news. Tuloy na napakaraming good news. Ang sarap palang mag-invest kapag RFO na.
Oh.
Tsaka syempre, thank you, Miss Jan, for enlightening everyone what are the advantages of, getting a ready for occupancy unit. And
Yes.
syempre, napakaganda pala ng Studio A. Thank you for
Of
sharing this.
course. Oo, you should visit more often Studio A kasi alam ko dadami na ang inyong mga investors ngayon after this presentation.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure as well. Kasi sobrang ganda. What you see is what you get. Diba?
Yes.
At
And
ang
that's
dami
the
naming
advantage of
natutunan
RFO. Yes, Miss Janet, sorry.
ngayon. Ang dami naming natutunan ngayon. Bakit naman
thank
ako
you.
mag-settle sa pre-selling kung pwede ko naman na siya agad pakinabangan? Yun yung nakuha ko
Correct.
sa yung araw na to.
And yung pinaka-importante, akala natin pre-selling lang ang nag-offer ng mas mababang presyo, but little did we know that, RFO also offers various discounts. So nakita nyo naman kanina, the initial investment is 20,000 and you'll get 5% to 10% TLP discount agad on your initial investment, di ba? So, yun.
Yun. Alam mo ba, Miss Jen, everyone is tagging all their friends right now and they keep on tagging. Why? Kasi nga, ang ganda ng presentation nyo. I'm pretty sure, pag nasa time zone na nila, mapapanood din ng ating mga kasamahan.
Yeah.
So, siguro, Jen, any last words to our viewers right now and mamaya yung mga magnonood ng replay? Maybe you can invite them to invest in ready for occupancies, especially, of course, your projects, di ba?
Of course.
Pero
Yes.
meron silang mga tanong. Nakita ko yung mga
Sige.
tanong nila kanina.
Ay, okay, sige. Anong mga tanong nila?
Oo, kasi nabanggit mo kanina, eto na yung pinakamagandang balita na nakita natin kasi sabi mo nga, inubos natin ang Studio Sen at saka Linear Makati. So, nagtatanong sila para sa parking, kung kailan daw pwedeng magamit ang parking. Kung magre-research
Parking,
na.
okay. At least 1.5% payment, Ria. Is that right, no? For the parking. So, pwede na nilang magamit at 1.5% payment. O, di ba?
Ayun, nako, nasagot ka kaagad. Pwede nang
Well,
magamit.
teka muna, ako competitive din ako. Magtatanong din ako. Meron din pala akong tanong. Jan, you mentioned about Airbnb. So are we offering Airbnb? Is it allowed in high-rise buildings?
Well, yes. Sa client naman na kasi yung unit. So whatever she wants or he wants to do with the unit, pwede naman. Kasi kaya nga siya nag-invest, gusto niyang pagkakitaan, di ba? So, but at their own risk na yon. Once na nasa kanila na yung unit.
Okay. Ayan.
Ayan.
So there's another question here. Go ahead, Nang.
Same lang po ba sa Studio City ang deliverables unit, deliverable units, may mga double deck and mattress po. As you can see in the pictures and photos of Ria kanina sa kanyang presentation, what you see is what you get. We will just turn over the basic type of unit. So no furnitures pa po.
Ayan. So, pwede nating ma-design. Depende sa gusto natin ng ating unit.
Pwedeng maglagay ng mga bunk beds kung estudyante yung patitirahin natin kasi it's just right across Ateneo and UP. So, di ba ang mga estudyante ngayon medyo dahil uso ang social media, TikTok, Instagram, they want to flex their lifestyle. So, syempre, kondo ang gusto ng mga yan because maganda yung amenity, they have the social hub na binanggit kanina ni Ria. So, mas Instagrammable ang mga photos, mas gusto ng mga estudyante. So, Studio A is perfect for them. So, the unit owners or the investors can put like bunk beds para, alam mo yon 2 to 3 students yung pwede na lang mapa-rent dun sa isang unit.
Wow. Naku, pero may tanong ako. Ito naman personal ko na tanong, di ba? At alam ko tanong din to ng napakarami nating nanonood ngayon. Miss Jen, halimbawa, papipiliin ka sa lahat ng binanggit natin na project at ipinresent nyo ngayon, ano yung pinakagusto mo kung mag-i-invest ka sa ngayon?
Naku, it's so hard kasi honestly, the 4 projects that we've mentioned has an excellent location. Sabi, hinati ko nga siya sa dalawa eh. Isang CBD living condos at saka isang university condos. So kung alin man sa 4 po, meron tayong Makati, North EDSA, meron tayong university condo near Ateneo, UP, and Lasal. So kahit alin po doon, there is no losing investment dito sa 4 na projects na to. But of course, the most number of inventories that we have is Studio A. That's why yun yung aming featured project. Pero kung ako pong papipiliin, it would be hard for me to select just one project, no? Kasi lahat po may different qualities and perfect location talaga. Excellent location for the 4 projects.
Ayan. So there you have it, mga nanonood. Kayo na po ang bahala kung saan tumitibok ang puso nyo. University pa, sa may universities or sa may CBDs, it's up to you. Ang kagandahan yan, you have so many options to choose from.
Yes.
At ang laki ng discount, which is ngayon lang talaga siya nangyari, di ba? Kaya naku, ano pang hinihintay natin? Tag pa more para yung mga hindi nakapanood ngayon is makakapanood mamaya paglabas nila sa work at makakapamili na sila.
Yan. Do you have other questions, Inang, that you've noticed?
Mula na akong nakita, nagte-thank you na silang lahat. Siguro gustong-gusto na nila at nagtatag na sila. Sabi nga ni Brother Dave, mapapaparo-paro chika. Ayan, sa sobrang ganda.
All right. So yun nga. So let's wrap it up. Miss Jen, for your message to the team right now who was watching.
Yes, thank you. So first and foremost, I would like to thanks FISG for having me this afternoon, and of course my project development manager Ria Holar. Thank you for having us, and thank you for sharing with you some macroeconomic stature of our country right now, and of course why HRB RFOs. I hope that I have I had enlightened you about investing to RFOs more than investing to pre-selling. So I hope that you will support HRB RFOs, the 4 projects that I've mentioned, Studio A in Katipunan, Studio Zen in Taft, and Vinia in North EDSA, and Linear in Makati. Again, wala pong talong project sa 4 na yan. Lahat po magagandang location. Depende po kung sino ang gusto nyong i-target na market, either employees or estudyante. So, thank you so much, FISG, for having us. And I hope na maulit ang ganitong klaseng event. Maraming salamat po.
Yes, thank you very much, Miss Jen and Miss Ria. Nako, sobrang happy kami sa napakarami naming learnings for today.
Ayan. And syempre, before we end, Miss Jen, we would like to share with you our shout out, no? Pag nag-i-end po kasi ang aming isang event, may sigaw po kasi ang mga overseas Filipino worldwide. Inang, do the honors.
Yes, kaya naman ang sigaw ng lahat ng mga Pilipino sa buong mundo.
Laban OFW!
Free your life!
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Jen.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day ahead.
Yeah.